This is the Audient ID22 USB audio interface and monitor controller. It's a high-quality desktop solution for Mac or PC recording, with many features you might not expect to find on a unit of this price. The ID22 has two very high-quality low-noise Class A preamps, with switchable phantom power, 10 dB pad, phase inversion, high-pass filters, plus balanced insert points. Channel 2 also has an alternative high impedance input to accept signals from low-level instrument sources like guitar or bass. The inputs are then fed into high-performance 24-bit 96 kHz converters and can be flexibly routed using an integrated DSP mixer. Let's take a quick look at the other inputs and outputs that make the ID22 so versatile. There are 6 analog outputs in total, a pair of main outputs, an alternative stereo line output, and a separate stereo headphone bus that feeds into a studio-grade high-current headphone amplifier. Now this is where the ID22 starts to differentiate itself from other similar priced interfaces. The various outputs in conjunction with the main volume control, dedicated DIMM, cut buttons and user programmable function keys mean the ID22 can be configured to act as a monitor switcher and controller. Simply plug your main monitors from output 1 and 2, a second monitoring system from outputs 3 and 4, and headphones from the headphone output for complete control over your listening environment. The assignable function buttons are the icing on the cake here. They can be configured to control output selection with programmable alt option level, mono sum, polarity reverse and talkback. Alternatively, you can use the various outputs to give performers separate mixes whilst tracking. This flexibility means the ID22 will always be able to cope with the way you want to work, with a simple routing matrix accessed through the main control panel. That's the basics of the ID22, a well-featured, very high-quality interface that can cope with smaller sessions or home production. But what if you want to record a whole band, or an acoustic drum kit? This is where the Audient ASP880 comes into play. Designed with the same no-nonsense approach and similar high quality, the ASP880 can expand your inputs with 8 more seriously good console-grade mic preamps. Connecting the ASP880 to the ID22's ADAT input gives a total of 10 mic preamps. Plenty enough for most tracking sessions, and with all great fidelity and incredible low noise floor. A few tweaks to the control panel and the ID22 locks to the digital control of the ASP880. The only thing to make sure of is that you manually set the ASP880 sample rate to the same as your project. Each channel of the ASP880 has 60 dB of gain, switchable phantom power, phase reverse, high-pass filter, input impedance selection, insert point, and peak and signal LEDs. Channel 1 and 2 also have high impedance jack inputs for instruments. On the back of the unit we have the XLR combi inputs, balanced insert points, 2 ADAT outputs, a word clock input, and a stereo digital output. So, the ASP880 offers 8 channels of uncompromising audio quality, and when used in conjunction with the ID22 interface, creates a multi-track recording system that will make sure you capture your music at the very best quality.